Next up is Cara Williams. She serves as the chair of the California Energy Commission's CEC, Disability Advisory Committee, and works as Associate Management Auditor at the agency. She has been with the state of California for 12 years. Before entering state service, Cara worked as a labor union and environmental advocacy, or worked for a labor union and
Yeah.
environmental advocacy organization, shaping her long-standing commitment to public service and equity. She holds a master's degree in education and a bachelor's degree in anthropology with minor studies in business. As a dyslexic professional and dedicated advocate, Cara works to elevate disability awareness and promote greater understanding of the talents and perspectives people with disabilities bring to public service. She believes that Californians with diverse backgrounds, abilities, and perspectives strengthen the state's workforce and also enrich its mission to serve the public. With that, I'll go ahead and hand the virtual mic over to you, Cara. Thank you so much for being here today. The floor is yours.
Um, Alex, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. And thank you for inviting me to be here. I very much appreciate being able to participate in this meeting. I'm going to get started by sharing my screen. So give me just one moment. All right, can you see it?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, great. Okay, so again, my name is Cara Williams, and I have the honor of serving as the chair of the California Energy Commission's Disability Advisory Committee. And again, I'm so grateful for having the opportunity to speak with you today at the California Statewide Disability Advisory Committee. Before I speak about our committee work, I want to begin with something that's very personal. So as was mentioned, I am dyslexic, and like many people with learning disabilities, my early experiences were shaped by fear and stigma. Like as a child, the possibility of being called on to read aloud in class was mortifying. And those moments created a deep sense of insecurity and made me feel that my dyslexia was something I needed to hide. So recently, we've seen harmful and dismissive rhetoric coming from Washington, language that reinforces the idea that being dyslexic or being different in any way is something to be mocked or disparaged. And I want to say, like, this kind of rhetoric advances fear and stigma. It feeds to a broader pattern of othering, where people are treated as inferior or outside the norm simply because of their differences. And othering is deeply damaging. It denies a person's humanity, harms mental and physical well being, and erodes the sense of belonging that healthy communities depend on. Additionally, research consistently shows that social rejection acts as a significant stressor with both immediate and long term consequences. So I want everyone here and the next generation watching us to know these messages are wrong. Being dyslexic is not a flaw, and being different is not a weakness. In fact, differences can be a source of strength, a kind of superpower. Dyslexic thinkers often excel at creative, big picture reasoning and innovative problem solving. Our differences help us see the world in ways others may not, and that diversity of thought is essential to strong, responsive, and compassionate public service. We should embrace our differences, not hide them. They make us stronger individually and collectively. So I want to say clearly that I have a learning disability, and having a learning disability is not something to hide or be ashamed of. I'm dyslexic, and I am proud that what the dyslexic perspective has given me, both like the journey that it's giving me and the capability and determination that I've established because of it. Okay, with that being said, I'm going to move on to what we do at the California Energy Commission's Disability Advisory Committee. So our efforts and our goals and our ongoing commitment to supporting disability inclusion within our department. The CEC DAC is an employee resource group dedicated to advancing and advocating for employees with disabilities and advising our executive office on disability-related matters. We work collectively to improve the culture of respect and inclusion and equity for all people of all abilities. One of the ways we do this is by bringing forward recommendations to leadership, our most recent recommendation or leadership requested an update on a prior recommendation involving an accessibility walkthrough of our building. So this walkthrough was completed with a former DAC member who uses a wheelchair, and it helped identify several barriers to navigating the office. One significant barrier was the lack of automatic door push plates on most doors. So that's, if you ever go into, we have them throughout the state. They're like these metal disability buttons that you can push and it opens the door for you, okay? And so we noticed that many of the doors inside of the building itself did not have these. And we recommended installing push doors in select areas. And this recent request asked that CEC leadership provide confirmation of which recommendations have been implemented and an explanation for any that have not. And the reason that we're doing this is that we want to establish a formal follow-up process for all of our recommendations. It's important that we not just simply make these recommendations, but also that there's a follow-up and a follow-through to see that they're really being implemented. Okay. Next, we also provide year-round educational outreach. Each quarter, we share informational messages with all CEC staff. These messages raise awareness about disability-related topics. Our communications have highlighted such subjects as President Jimmy Carter's Legacy and Disability Rights, Autism and Neurodiversity Awareness Month, Learning Disability Week, non-apparent disabilities, and programs like LEAP. We believe awareness is one of the most powerful tools for creating a culture of inclusion. Additionally, we host events designated to deepen understanding and build connection. Last year, our DAC partnered with Canine Companions to offer an educational and hands-on presentation about the role of service animals in the lives of individuals with disabilities. Attendees learned about the rigorous training of service dogs and the independent safety and companionship they bring to their partners. So what we're doing now is that we're working, as part of our work, we are also preparing for the upcoming Our Promise California State Employees Giving at Work campaign, which runs from October 1st through December 31st each year. So this campaign offers state employees an opportunity to support causes they care about. In coordination with Our Promise, our DAC is highlighting nonprofit organizations whose missions directly benefit the disabled community. And this year, we look forward to welcoming speakers who will share their programs and the impact their work has on the lives of Californians with disabilities. Our goal with this is simple. We just want to raise awareness, highlight important work being done across our communities, and help these nonprofits reach a broader group of supporters. One of the organizations we've asked to participate this year is Project Ride. Project Ride is a nonprofit organization in Elk Grove that provides therapeutic horseback riding lessons for individuals with physical and mental and developmental disabilities. So programs like Project Ride show how creativity, accessibility, and compassion can open pathways to independence. Before I close, I want to reiterate this message. Being different is not a disadvantage. Our differences, whether in how we think, move, communicate, or experience the world, make our workplace stronger, more innovative, and more humane. So identifying as disabled does not mean that you are not able to contribute. It means that you're bringing a perspective, strength, and insight that our workforce needs. And every one of us adds value. Every one of us belongs. So thank you so much for your time, your partnership, and your dedication to disability inclusion. I sincerely look forward to continuing this work together and to meaningful collaborations ahead. Before I go, I'd like to open up the meeting to any questions.
That was a fantastic presentation, Cara. We really love hearing all the great work your DAC is doing. So thank you for sharing with us. Dorina, you have your hand up, so go ahead, ask your question.
Hi, Cara.
Hi.
Thank you. I'm super happy to hear all the wonderful things that you guys are doing and able to achieve. I had some questions. I'm the chair of the State Water Resources Control Board, DAC, and I'm trying to ensure that we have a successful year and reach some milestones. So I kind of wanted to follow up on a few things that you had mentioned. Let me go back really quickly to the easiest one, the service animal event. That was Canine Companions. You said it was like an in-person, you had them come into your building and any staff that were interested come down. Okay, perfect. And then so for the nonprofit spotlight with Project Ride, can you explain a little bit how you spotlighted that organization? Like, what was that like, through like a newsletter, an email? Did they provide resources?
So a CEC employee volunteered there. And we, that particular nonprofit, we had an employee had a personal connection with, and that's why we had, we wanted to highlight it. But that's not, you can highlight, like the whole point of that campaign that we're doing is making it a connection with nonprofits and the Our Promise campaign. There's so many wonderful nonprofits in California that help those who are physically and mentally disabled. That's just one of them.
Yeah, perfect. No, thank you. I think that's all I had. I'd written down some other great things that you have been doing. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Thank you so much for, again, sharing a wealth of information with us. I don't see any other questions here for you, Cara. So thanks again for showing up at SDAC, and come back and see us and, keep doing the great work that you're doing.
The email, there's a question about email. Yeah, you can always email us. It's dac@energy.ca.gov, and I will put the link in the chat.
Yeah, please do. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
Cara.
so much.
To close, I also wanted to say thank you for being transparent and willing to discuss your impacts from your own personal disabilities. I think that helps people in the audience gain their own voice and sharing their own experiences from their own disabilities. So thank you again.
Great.
Thanks, Alex. Thanks, Bobby. All right.
You're most welcome, and stay on and enjoy the rest of the event.
Next up is Cara Williams.